I cannot say whether things will get better if we change. What I can say is that we must change if they are to get better. George Lichtenberg. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Akbaragana Kana, and I am the key for representative for Grange School. I'm here to speak on the topic, the most effective way to bring about change. Society is governed by its cultural values, the principles and ideals the entire society is built upon. But what happens if those values are nonsensical? If they are illogical, irrational, and based on years of prejudice? How do we convince an entire society that aspects of their culture have been normalized as inhumane? How do we fix a system built on an unstable foundation? How do we achieve social change and transform cultural and societal institutions? I started asking these questions a very long time ago, when I realized that as a girl, I am at an innate advantage because of the way I was born, feeling the effects of our broken society on a daily basis. When as a toddler, people would compliment me only on my beauty, my brother on his physical abilities and his athleticism. As a prepubescent child, I was told that pursuing a career in STEM would be stupid and futile because I could never achieve as much as a man would. As a teenager, I am constantly being told that no man would want to date a girl so argumentative. When women are being judged and stereotyped for their appearances, when the exact characteristics they praise in our male counterparts, they condemn in us. When I enter a room knowing I am at a disadvantage because of years of societal stereotypes, prejudices, and biases that enter what I do. I believe that women should be afforded the same respect as men, and despite what you may think, they are not. Less than 3 years ago, a woman in Nigeria could not own or inherit property. Less than 30 years ago, she could not do this without a husband by her side. Today, women still do not have control over their own bodily autonomy. And yet, society will try to sell you the lie that we are equal. If we are equal, why are only 3.6% of members of the Nigerian National Assembly men? Why are we still being sold like slaves and possessions to men who constantly and continually abuse us? Why do we still not have control over our own reproductive health? Yet, sorry, I apologize. With this in mind, I ask you once again, how do you fix a society that is already broken? You dismantle it. You abolish every law that supports gender inequality, and in its place, erect one that protects our rights. We educate men and women alike on the effects of the patriarchal system on our lives, our routines. We teach the privilege to recognize and use their privilege for our benefits. Teach them to know when to speak up and when to be silent. To understand that not every room or table is made for them, and that standing in indifference is no longer acceptable. However, change does not happen in one day, and it definitely does not happen all at once. We need to firstly examine the subtle and analyzed biases that affect our attitudes, thoughts, and behaviors. We need to convince those around us in our local groups and communities to implement change to the status, hierarchy, and structure influenced by gender discrimination. We need to target larger audiences to gain more mainstream support for the cause, to spread information on social media, to gain support and volunteers, get the backing of professionals, politicians, and lawyers. We need to make the government see what we want. We need to protest, we need to demonstrate, we need to shout and scream until our voices are heard, until we see the change we have been begging for decades, until we live in a world that younger me could only imagine, until we live in a world where any girl, despite her shape, size, or color, does not feel bound by what is between her legs, but instead what is in her mind. And so I leave you with a quote by the late great Martin Luther King Jr. Freedom is never voluntarily given by the oppressor. It must be demanded by the oppressed. Thank you.